Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. I hope everybody is doing all right. I know we're still stuck inside. I just hope everybody is washing their hands and doing what they're supposed to be doing in this time. Now let's get into the tea. So we talked about the Hype House a couple of videos ago and how Daisy Keech filed a lawsuit against Chase and Thomas, who are basically like other co-founders in the Hype House, because they kicked her out, isolated her, and excluded her from the Hype House when she put down $18,000 to start the Hype House, which means she's a co-founder as well. But since only the two of them are taking credit for being creators of the Hype House, they kicked her out. They're not giving her any money. She's not getting paid for any of the profits that they are making from merch or anything like that. And she wanted to secure her percentage of the Hype House, so that anything that they make in the future, anything that has the Hype House name, she wants to make sure that she is getting a cut for what she helped start. So good on her, and I hope she wins, because I've heard some things about Thomas that I don't like, and now there's things coming out about Chase that are very confusing, and even Charlie doesn't like it. Because if you guys watched my last video, my Tuesday Teacap, we talked about how Chase and Charlie are no longer dating, they're no longer together, and I think that Charlie's days in the Hype House, along with her sister Dixie, are coming to an end. I really do feel like she is going to want to separate herself from the Hype House, because that's something that Chase is a part of, and I think that every member is slowly realizing that they are being controlled by Thomas, and they're not getting any credit for bringing anything to the table on the Hype House. And Thomas, who isn't really doing that much compared to everybody else, and the only thing that his name is tied to is the Hype House. I mean, Charlie alone is bringing so much to the table, definitely bringing a lot of clout in the beginning to the Hype House. So everything that has come out is insane. There's a video of Dixie, who's Charlie's sister, talking about one of her most popular TikToks. And she said the reason why she made that video that day wasn't even because she wanted to, or she was just having fun, or she was bored. No, it was because she hadn't posted in a while, and Thomas said she couldn't eat unless she posted something. Yeah, you heard that right.
Okay, so Thomas, I didn't post content for a week, and he was like, I'm not letting you eat until you post a video. So yeah.
So it was by force?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I mean, what is this? This is exactly what Daisy was describing in her video, that this was becoming a dictatorship, and he was getting really full of himself and thought he had all this control over everyone. And I think that the Hype House days are limited because of how it's being run. It's very unorganized, all this stuff. I just think it's completely a mess. And if Thomas doesn't get his stuff together and Chase doesn't get his stuff together, they are going to be in big trouble. Seriously. And it's very clear that Charlie is not going to be supporting anything that Chase is doing anymore. I mean, as much as they were friends before, he really did make her seem like a joke. I talked about it in my last video, but the Lil Huddy diss track that came out that Josh Richards and Bryce Hall made about him just completely made Charlie look like a fool for being with Lil Huddy in the first place. And because of that, they obviously broke up. She wasn't going to stand for being, cheated on and having everybody know that she was being cheated on. And I mean, how could she stay with someone that's making her look that bad? Once Lil Huddy was hanging out with Bryce and Josh and making amends over the whole diss track, it just started to seem like, how could you be friends with people that dissed your girlfriend like that and dissed you like that? So, I'm happy that Charlie isn't standing for any of that. And I talked about the tweets that she retweeted that made it seem like they 100% broke up, but some more tea has come out. I guess Charlie was on a live, and it was her and her sister Dixie, and Charlie was on her phone, and a clip of one of Chase's newest videos came up on her phone, and she made a face, and then Dixie made a face, and then Dixie started singing, "Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe." And Charlie chimed in on that. I mean, come on. It's just very clear that they're not together anymore. And I don't see how they could be working together and be in the Hype House. And especially with the way that Thomas has been treating everyone, I don't think Charlie is going to be standing for it much longer. Now, as of result of all of this Hype House drama, Daisy Keech getting kicked out, she has just announced that she is starting her own house, and it is going to be called the Clubhouse Beverly Hills. So this is going to be a new house, a new content house, and it seems like Daisy is the one that is in charge of it. And let me tell you guys, I'm pretty happy for her. Like, for her to get out of whatever the toxic stuff that was going on in the Hype House, and for her to have her own house that she owns and is a part of, I'm sure she's going to be able to run it much better than the Hype House. So she made the announcement, and what do you know? Who liked it? Huh? Charlie. You guys, I could totally see Charlie just leaving the Hype House, and I don't know if she would go to another house or just kind of be solo, but I'm really happy to see that she is still supporting Daisy after all the stuff that has been said about her from Thomas, who called her a liar, and Cover, who said she was a liar and she degraded women and all this stuff. For Charlie to still support her, that says a lot. And for Charlie to outwardly go and like the fact that she's starting a new house, I really liked that. Yeah, I'm just really happy for Daisy. They made the announcement that Abby, Chase, and Kinsey were going to be the first people to join the Clubhouse. And Daisy posted an entire video, a house tour, and oh my gosh, the house is so nice. And she was talking about her room situation in this house, and she was like saying how she has this big closet, and she's so excited to have this big closet because her closet was literally non-existent in the old house that she lived in, which is obviously shade at the Hype House, meaning she did not get a closet at all when she was living there. And that's ridiculous. She said her closet was literally a hallway, and I'm not sure if that's a storage closet or if she had to keep a clothing rack on the outside, but that's so ridiculous that she put down money and she couldn't even get her own closet or a place to put her clothes.
Back at my other house, I didn't even have a closet. My closet was literally in the hallway. And now my closet is like unreal.
And it makes me think that Thomas made her give up space to comfort those girls that had more followers, like Addison and Charlie, to make them feel more welcome and so that they would want to stay, that they got a proper space. And because of that, he probably made Daisy give up her own space, and especially after putting $18,000 down. $18,000 down. I can't even fathom the disrespect. I'm sure that Thomas got his own closet. Oh, it's just ridiculous. So I'm really happy that this is happening. I know they already have a lot of followers. They have over 150K followers at this point. So I'm curious to know if you guys will be supporting the Clubhouse, if you guys are gonna be watching their content. I know they're going to be having stuff coming soon. I just think that content houses in general, were a great idea to start with, but the drama behind them is really, really problematic. And compared to something like Team 10, where Jake Paul was the set leader and they had contracts and lawyers and all this stuff, I know there was a lot of messy mistreatment in between, but organization-wise, I think everybody went in with a contract and they got a percentage and all this stuff. Whereas the Hype House, it doesn't even seem like they have organized any sort of contract, any percentage, none of that. So whether, Team 10 is actually as unfair as it was said to be, it seems like the Hype House is even more unfair. And for Thomas to be a member of Team 10 and then come and make his own house, you'd think he would learn that the people that he's working with would want to be treated fairly and be making the money that they deserve and not the complete opposite. So I don't know. I just feel like this whole thing is so insane, and I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Charlie is going to end up leaving the Hype House? Do you think that you're going to be watching and supporting the Clubhouse? How do you feel about the Hype House in general now? I mean, there's so much stuff that has just come out, and every day I feel like the Hype House gets a worse and worse reputation. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.